So a couple nights ago, I reminded myself, and I reminded our viewers worldwide about the barakat in the word Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak. You see, there is a verse in the Quran, and let me start with that before we forget, in Surah Al-Baqarah. Very long verse, verse 185, verse 185. Very long verse. In which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says here in Surah Baqarah, He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Yuridullah, Allah wants. What does Allah want? Yuridullahu bikumul yusra, wala yuridu bikumul usra. So in the whole lecture of fasting and Ramadan from verses 183, 84, 85, Allah is telling us about Ramadan is for taqwa, la'allakum tattaqoon, to attain piety, to attain taqwa. Ramadan, shahru Ramadan, alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran, the month in which the Quran was revealed. And fast, and if you miss the fast, then you make up for it if you're not well and you're sick and you're on a journey, and we miss the fast, make up for it. If we cannot make up for it health-wise, then we pay the fidya, which is sahri and iftar, $5, $10 a day. You're not healthy, you miss the fast because you health-wise we can, so we do a fidya and we feed fasting poor people. Betterment, fasting poor people, and that's a compensation. Then Allah says, make up for it. Then Allah continues all the way and He comes down and all the exemption, etc. But then there is something interesting He tells us here. He says, Yuridullahu bikumul yusra. So all this 9 yards about fasting and ibadah and the Quran, what is Allah telling us? His intention and the reason why He does this is so that it will be an ease for us. Could you imagine? Just the opposite to what some of us think. Because a lot of people think it's difficulties. Fasting all day. You speak to someone who does not fast. You're like, what? I can't handle that. That's really complicated. So it looks like difficulties for that person. Hardship to go and pray in the night. Difficulty to get up in the morning and do sahri and eat something. Right? Isn't that so? It is a difficulty. Listen. If it was not a difficulty, you won't be getting more blessings. If it's easy for us, then you get blessings with difficulties. But with this little task, a drill of having to get up in the morning, pray tahajjud, eat something. Sometimes you get up, you can't even eat. You have no desire to eat, but you've got to force to eat when you think of no food all day. Interesting. Yeah. But then Allah is saying that's an ease. So there's a problem here. It's complicated. Because Allah is saying that He meant ease for us. Wallah yuridu bikumul usra. And He didn't design this fasting and Ramadan as a difficulty. But a lot of people think it's a difficulty. Because we don't understand what is difficulties and what is ease. We don't see the spiritual insight of Ramadan. See? We may think that the staying away from food is a little trauma and difficulty. Getting up early, standing in the night and praying. Yeah, but in reality, Allah in His wisdom is so ahead of our understanding that Allah is saying, little do you know, that is ease for you. Why is it ease for you? Today we think it's a difficulty because we're hungry. Not knowing it is healthy for us. See? So it's an ease. When you get better health by fasting, isn't that going to be better for us? Isn't that an ease? Isn't that preventing us from difficulties down the road? You see what it is? It's like you telling a child, go to university, study. You got to get a degree. Get up in the morning, go to school, come back, go to school, study, get an exam, get a diploma. It's like, why are you telling me that? I can't. That is real stress. You see, you don't know this is better for you. And the child is like, better for me to leave my nice sleep. I can't look at television all night. I got to go to sleep early. I got to get up and go to university. I got to study all night. That is not ease. That is difficulties. The dad is like, you don't know that is better meant for you. What is he really telling you? What you're doing now has so much benefits in the future that is beyond your understanding. You can't see that. At this age, you don't understand that. So you and I, as human beings, in our desires for the materialistic things, the food, the hunger, the human desires, it's hard for us to understand that. We think it's a drill, it's a difficulty, it's hard. And it is hard. I'm not saying it's not hard, it is hard. Look, my throat is sore. I've had a sore throat from the day Ramadan began. You guys remember that? I gave the last khutbah, wonderful on the Friday. Clean throat. I got up the next day with a sore throat. And the more I talk, the more it goes. But that's difficulty for me, but there's blessings down the line. I don't know who can benefit and how I can benefit. And the reminders of the Quran. Yeah, we got 40 people to do khutbahs here. I could have said, take a break, man. It's Ramadan. But I want the blessings. It's Ramadan. We need the blessings. It may sound like it's a difficulty. No water, no drink. But mashallah.